link. I already provide the link. Okay. Put submission date on this coming until Saturday. Boleh? Is it enough for you? I mean, nak minta esok. Tapi takut cepat sangat. Boleh ke? Anybody can respond. Is it because on the Monday kan you need to go through the module 3. So I give you up to Sunday 30th of November. Is it okay? Cukup tak masa?
30 December kan, Dok?
November. Kita November. By this Sunday. Ni hari Khamis. Boleh? Sebab any module they do have their assignment. So I nak you to my module and you to the another module. Okay. Jadi kalau saya letak ujung-ujung semua dah buat kan literature review? Have you did your literature review? Tak ada. Ini yang tak dapat puas hati. Tengok mata-mata face to face. Tanya. Kena buka slide pula. Handy. Handy. Why you join this class?
For regulation, just to pull up the regulation, because before
you already took this class, right?
Yeah, I'm already until symposium. But
almost go for the pre-Viva, right? It's okay.
Yes.
You want to add on
okay, no problem, Prof. I just
okay. You want to add some knowledge, is okay. To the class. Okay. That's why just handy. Usually, you for last 2 years, so last 3. Yeah.
Prof.
Okay.
Dia tak dengar, Fajar kata lagging kan suara.
Suara hilang?
Dia hilang-hilang, dia tenggelam timbul macam tadi Prof cakap mula-mula kan.
Itulah. Tak.
Tak dengar dah, Prof.
Dah tak dengar.
Dia dengar tenggelam timbul.
Dah dengar tapi?
Still tak okay.
Ada you. Hear my voice?
Tu dah. Still lagging.
Saya punya universiti. Is that okay tu?
Apa Prof? Memang tak dengar.
Dengan Prof Nizam. Module 1, okay?
Okay. Semalam okay. 2 hari tu okay.
Semalam
tak ada. Semalam tak ada.
Semalam tak ada.
Semalam tak ada. Hari Senin Selasa okay. Ni Prof Alina ada bersiaran luar UTSM ni.
Apa dia?
Prof Alina dia kat luar UTSM.
Prof Alina? Okay tak dia Prof Alina?
Tapi dia bukan dekat UTSM. Dia takut line tak okay. So dia kat luar ni.
Okay. Kalau saya office. Sekejap
Cuba kalau pakai hotspot tak pastilah okay ke tak.
Okay. Kejap I try to change to using university tadi
dia orang kata suara saya okey. Prof je. Okay, so we wait for the Prof. Maybe she changed to another platform.
Okay, boleh dengar tak?
So far saya dengar.
Saya guna hotspot. Okay, boleh. Alright. Okay. Tak apa. Okay. Alright tak tahu universiti ada problem dengan dia punya internet connection. So you can, okay, tak apa. Alright. Okay, let we move on. Okay. Okay, so before I go further for the lecture note, I give you the assignment first. So so to bear in mind, so towards the end, this is the assignment that I would like you to send it to me. So boleh lah by this Sunday, boleh lah? Hari ni hari Khamis, cuma Sabtu Ahad cukup. 6 to 8 pages. I would like to see an idea what kind of your style of your research, teacher review and the method you using, the AI tools, okay? So nanti saya so 6 to 8 pages maximum, only that. I just want to get an idea. Alright? Okay. So let me move on. Okay. Alright, so now module 2, chapter 2, literature review. How many of you done with literature review? Tengok chat box.
Just started, doctor.
Just started, doctor. Okay, just started. Okay. So most of you enrolled this semester, or some of you already enrolled last semesters?
Just enrolled, doctor, last month.
Just enroll. Okay, so this is very important because before go for chapter 3, okay, you need to have a chapter to write to get an idea what you want to do, what the gap of studies you want to fulfill, and the motivation of your thesis, okay, your research work. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this is I would like to remind you, please using the standard writing by UTHM, standard style. So normally you have chapter 1, of course, chapter 2, literature review. I'm not so sure, depends on your supervisors. So for me, for my master students, the pages, normally they ask how many pages I need to write. For masters, normally up to 40 pages. For PhD, up to 60 pages. Okay, and depends how they arrange the story and the facts and the previous work done. So normally in that areas of pages. Okay, for masters up to 40s. Okay, 40 pages. For PhDs, almost 60 pages. Okay. So
Sorry,
yes.
Sarah. This Prof share screen tak?
Kejap.
Okay.
Oh, saya cakap je lah. Sekejap ya. Tadi saya tukar ke hotspot jadi dia tak ni. Okay. Terima kasih.
Sama.
Okay. Tukar tadi lah guna hotspot. Kita shame tak.
Itulah. Internet kita ada problem tu.
Tu dah kata Prolina pun kat luar. Pada semalam. Okay, alright. Okay, tak apa. Okay, saya continue lah. Okay. Okay, this is I tried to extract from the UTHM writing style. Okay. Following by chapter 1 is chapter 2. Okay, and the highlight the main topic. Okay, the subtopic, for me the subtopic up to 2.1.1.1 up to 4 maximum lah. Dia punya sub chapters. Okay, alright. So as I mentioned, for masters normally up to 40 pages. Okay, and for PhD more than that. Okay, and but more does not mean you writing soapy that are not related. So maybe the concise, confines, and related to your work. Okay, and normally what I'm experienced, okay, when you enroll, you will need to do the literature review. Okay, you need to literature review what you want to do, what you want to find the gap of your studies, to align with the reference from the previous studies related to your work, and then you develop your methodology in chapter 3, and then you get the finding in chapter 4. All right, but before you submit the whole thesis, you need to go through back to your chapter 2, because some of the findings is not what you want at the earlier stage. Okay, you need to refine back your chapter 2. Okay, to make a synchro with your chapter 4. It happened, okay, towards to the end, you want to have a finding A, but you get the finding B, and also the reference to support is sometimes totally different. So you need to go back to chapter 2 to make it align with your findings. Okay, some of that need to restructure. Okay, so because of your supervisor and the examiner will go through from chapter 1 towards to the end, you will let to know the continuity of your studies. Okay, so the flow need to be logic, okay, and then fit the purpose, fit of your research question, right? Okay. In this chapter 2, okay, what to write in this important section? Okay, you brainstorm. Okay, if you're stuck, okay, if you stuck, what I need to write? You need to ask the question, okay, to yourself. What I'm doing? What the parameter that I will search for? What is the solution I need to figure out? How it will works? Okay, ask question. Okay, from the question you can get the answers. Okay, so normally it's a tips. Okay, give a question, and then from the question you try to develop the findings. Okay, so you will arrange one by one, okay, to develop your very concise and comprehensive, okay, literature review. It's very important. Okay. Alright, so this is the outline for today. There's several outline into the introduction to LR, literature review. Of course, following with, you need to identify the gaps with existing literature review, and you need to make a justification based on the current research trend. Okay. Alright, so also they have a SLR, they call systematic literature review. So many of the, when I look at the Facebook or Instagram, a lot of outsider give talk about the systematic literature review, right? How to find faster and also find the correct literature review with your topics. So a lot of method nowadays. Okay, and they have in this subchapter they have narrative review, meta analysis, and meta synthesis. Okay, the types. Okay, so normally in my area, okay, I'm talking in my area. Okay, we used to have narrative review. Okay, based on the previous data, based on the previous research findings, so we try to develop and try to find the gap. So what we like to fill up the gaps to propose to have doing a research, you can have either new method. Okay, you propose a new method. Number one, okay, this normally this new method, the thesis is very thin because they give a new formulation. It's like Einstein, okay, very nobody, you are the one, okay. If your name is Ahmad, is Ahmad formula. Okay, this is a very Nobel, okay, a new formulation. Number two, you try to enhance the formula. You add the new improvement to the current situation, current method. For example, easy formula y equal to mx plus c, but you plus with d. Okay, the d is by your your research. So you make improvement. Okay, all right. And some of the students try to make improvement of the method. Okay, they have method A, B, C available. So you propose the method B, right? Okay, so this lead to bring to you to develop the very solid literature review to support your aim of your study objective. Okay. And also they also theory in research, okay, outline conceptual framework. What is a conceptual framework? So hypothesis, okay, hypothesis, your prediction, okay, if I do this, what I will get towards the end, okay, based on your previous reading. Okay, this is hypothesis is very important as well. And AI assisted literature review writing. So like for example, the more famous one is ChatGPT, right? So dia macam berbagai-bagai, a lot of tools. So I will show it to you, the tools that you can use. You can use to get an idea, not rely on the tools 100%. Okay, to get an idea what it's about, not like they work for you. No, it's wrong. So this is new. I'm also not familiar with AI assisted because I'm very orang dulu kan, the previous one we crash our head to think, okay, force to think before writing a lot of review papers, a lot of fundamental books, okay, to get an idea to before we proceed for the next stage. Okay, so nowadays a lot of tools, but this is advantages, okay, for you, but try to limit and try to know how to use it properly. Okay, don't make the AI dominate you. Okay, you use that for get an idea. Okay, okay, sebabnya this is a very huge problem nowadays. They are rely 100% on AI. Okay, so you didn't use your capacity of your brain 100%. So it's very unfortunately lah, sayang. So please, okay. And then lastly, I think we talked about reference management. Okay, I think many of you using Mendeley, EndNote. Okay, some of them, a few of the reference management. Okay, so again, please cross check. Okay, don't rely 100% as well with the system. Okay, once you get it generated for you, but you need to cross check either the name is correct, the orientation of the name, and the title and the year and everything. Okay, so yes, this is the outline for today. About this chapter 2. Alright, okay, what is the literature review? So, of course, this is, you need to find out from the previous work, okay, previous work done, which is related to your current work, okay. So, the ideas, the scholar thoughts, okay, the method and approach, okay, what they use and what you want to use, okay. And the theory related to your studies, to your research. So all it comprised in the literature review, termasuk dalam literature review. Alright, and also you need to highlight the gaps. Okay, after you have make a massive readings, okay, so you need to highlight gaps, the gaps that you want to solve, okay, in your research, okay. And of course, you need to identify the current trends. Okay, you cannot be obsolete. So normally we suggested all the students to have the reference back in 5 years, 5 to 10 years, not using 1980s, 1985s. For me, for my research now become like obsolete. Okay, like do your work and others in the other world also sometimes do similar work to you. That's why during research, okay, you need to be fast, okay, especially I know social IT, okay, IT, so you have coding, other in other world, also in China is Korea, also they also develop coding very fast as well, so you need to publish fast, okay, so make sure you are publish first as compared to them. If you do a work, okay, and then you see similar to you, but you are published late, you see, okay, the other person already published similar, look similar, you get devastated, right? So you need to change the coding and need to rewrite back, okay. So depends because the trend of ITs nowadays is like super duper faster. So please make sure you are for me publish fast. Make is originally from you. Okay, all right. And then you need to refine and try to focus, okay, because research is very huge, wide range, okay. When you look at the paper, it's very interested, but please, you need to set in your mind what is your target, okay, what is your priority, okay, and close to your aim, to your objective, okay, all right, okay. All right. Okay. Now we go for chapter 1, how to start writing your literature review. Okay. All right. So, the first thing first, you need to find the key players in your field. Okay. Okay. Anyone from academics. Okay. From those for medicine, if I'm a medical professional, governing bodies, school or thoughts, and more sources reference related. Must be related to your areas. And also nowadays, students have a cross multidisciplinary, right? Like for example, they are merging with the management with the engineering, so you need to find both the players in these two areas. Okay, all right, and also you need to find the main ideas, the debate currently, what they want to solve. Okay, and also still lack of investigation. That this is a very important, the very important keywords in your literature review. Okay, because of in the literature review you need to make a criticals. Okay, paper A says A, paper B says this idea, C, and then you need to make a conclusion. Okay, what the lacking that you need to fill up. Okay, to in order to achieve your objective. Okay, and also need to figure out the ideas sometimes change over the time. Okay, some of them have doing the experimental for have fast output, have zero tolerance, zero error, increase the productivity, and develop new material, create the new materials, okay, create a new coding, create a new system, create a new framework, okay. So you need to have a look this trend as well, okay. All right. And also, okay, find the problem. Okay, occurs from the debates. Apa yang belum mereka highlight. Okay, yang lack of approach, lack of attention from the others. This will give you an idea for to develop your next stage in the methodology. Okay, all right. And of course you want to optimize, okay, for engineering optimize, you can use DOE, design of experiment, okay, for those in the FAST, saya terlupa tadi FAST, Faculty Applied Science, okay, they have a biology, physics, okay, So the findings from the scientifics that still yet not to be invented. So you will be carry out this mission, okay, to solve in your studies, okay. Okay, boleh faham tak ni? Okay tak? Senyap je. Are you understand what I'm trying to deliver? Is it okay? Ngantuk ke pagi? Anybody can respond me? Saya kena tengok dekat chatbox. Oh,
No, doctor, no.
okay. Everything's okay.
Okay, doctor.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Abhishek. Abhishek, are you from which faculty?
From mechanical, doctor.
From mechanical. Am I
Yeah.
taught you
Yeah,
last time?
doctor, you taught me. Yeah, you taught me numeric.
You are
Statistics.
you are the one who goes for
The internship at
Germany?
Germany.
Internship. Yeah. So now you're doing with whom? Your supervisor?
With Dr. Lau.
Oh, Dr. Lau. Okay, Dr. Lau. Dr. Lau
Yeah.
in Germany now at the moment, right?
Yes, in the moment. But Dr. Lau is supervising me.
Okay, all right, okay. So it's sorry, I kept I'm capturing the family name because they are one of my student during the class during the undergraduate. Now they are in the postgraduate studies. Well done. So, all right, okay. So we continue. Okay, all right. Yeah,
Apa?
Shariza. Okay, Shahiza.
Sekejap. Okay, doktor.
Okay,
Okay,
you
doktor.
which from you fakulti mana, Shahiza?
Awal.
Awam, civil supervisor.
Dr. Salahuddin.
Dr. Zaliuddin. So you buat structure Structure ke apa?
Structure.
Structure, okay. Alright. Okay. Master's, PhD?
PhD, doktor.
PhD, okay. First semester, second semester?
Actually dah 4 yang keempat. Tapi yang hari tu actually yang second semester tu saya punya tu tak lulus. RM saya tak lulus. Lag.
Okay. Alright. Okay, tak apa. So, alright. Okay. So we continue. So next slide is how to start writing your literature review. Okay. What are you going to do differently? Okay, propose a new route, propose new formulation, as I said earlier. Okay, wait, I need to change it. This is good. Okay, sorry. Okay. I need to draw something. Kejap ya, wait for a second. Okay, all right. So you need to do differently. Okay, you can propose solution alternative for using new material, new coding, new extension of formula, and new parameter. Okay, so you need to do different. You need to make your own findings. Okay, based on this clue. Okay, you need to propose a new route. Okay, Sometimes people last 5 years they use route A, B, but you propose the new route C with the new situation, okay, and then new formulation. Okay, as I said just now, people are using y equal to mx plus c, okay, plus d, and you add the other parameters. So improving solution,
Prof, lagging,
okay, like a
lagging
Shahida,
juga
maybe
lah,
she's
Prof.
doing the structure, maybe improving the design, or maybe applying the new
Lag balik.
thing.
Tak dengar?
Balik.
Tak juga.
Tak
Tadi
dengar.
okey pula.
Okay. Dugaan, cabaran, okay. Okay. Alright. Improving current solution. Boleh dengar? Can you hear me? Still lagging?
Boleh Prof.
Okay, thank you Dr. Lida. Dr. Lina okay sana?
Oh, dia okey. Sebab dia tak berada dalam tu kan.
Smooth sailing aja sana, okay lah. Okay. Improving current solution, okay, this alternative new material, new coding, new route, okay, this is what you will go doing to do differently lah, okay, to highlight your originality of your studies, okay. Okay, so how to organize the literature review? Normally it's like cone shape, okay, from the background. So you need to narrow down, okay. Alright, from the big ideas, okay, you need to go very fine, okay. What is really the point that you want to highlight, okay. So you need to have of course a background of your study, okay. Start with background, okay, and then list the important data, okay, what research has been performed and what has been found out. So this is all the previous research, okay. Alright, and then and you need to this stage you try to highlight yours, the specific area you are interested in based on the previous finding, okay. What is lying of your specifically you like to solve, you want to propose, okay. So this is specific interested areas, and then you need to have with the ideas and hypothesis. Of course, you need to have a hypothesis. What if I'm using this kind of the route? What will I find out? Of course, you need to make it improve. Okay, need to give some contribution. Okay, all right, and the key research question that remain to be solved. Okay, yang you nak solve, yang orang tak solve kan, you need to selesaikan. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay, this is the main thing as well in the literature review, to find the gaps, okay, of the existing literature. It's very crucial, okay, because why this is very important to identify the gaps. Kena dapatkan gaps, okay, in your studies, in your research. So because you need to know the advancement of the knowledge, okay, you need to uncover areas that have not been adequately explored. You need to figure out that lacking or there is none of the studies been done before. So this is very important, okay? All right, and also you need to be relevant. Your study need to be relevant, okay? In line, okay? Research still remain relevant with the current research worldwide, okay? Alright, jangan kita buat dah obsolete lah, yang dah tak, yang orang dah lama dah solve, you want to highlight it back, unless there is a same phenomena happen, okay, that still unresolved, okay, you can highlight this as well. So innovation, you need to have innovative ideas, okay, to solve the question that lead to the findings. Okay, also need to have a very good justification, very strong rationale, and very significant to your studies. Okay, why? Because you need to defend. It's your work. Okay, when you need to defend, why I'm using this, because of this. So we have a concrete reason. Make the panels and of course your supervisor agrees with you. Okay, all right. And of course, some of nowadays trend is of collaboration, multidisciplinary collaboration. Okay, like for those from FAST and the mathematics disciplines, okay, they will combine with the mechanical or electrical to solve some of the issues. For example, the prediction of the like a wind turbine, so they need a formulation. So maths student from the FAST come up with the formulation. So you need to collaborate. Okay, the findings you need to ask from the expert, and also you need to propose your formulation to cooperate with them, for example. So this is a multidisciplinary. Okay, all right. Okay, this is to identify the gaps in the literature review. Okay, all right. So how to identify this gap? Okay, you need to have a technique. Okay, what is the technique? Rely on to identify this research gap in your chapter 2. Okay. So this is several methods, okay, techniques. One of them is thematic analysis, okay, based on citation analysis, systematic reviews, meta-analysis, and research agenda maps. This is from, we try to obtain from this Brown and Green. So the ideas, the technique, how to identify the research gaps, okay? All right, so in details, okay, this is list of the ideas, okay. Thematic analysis involve grouping existing research into team and sub-teams, okay. All right, daripada yang ada, okay, so this they call it thematic analysis. Citation analysis, you see the pattern, okay, the research pattern in 10 years, okay, what is the plan of the studies, okay, examining the citation pattern. I'm not so sure, normally people tends to do this kind of method, collect analysis, multiple research studies of papers. You collect a lot of 100 papers, 200 papers to have a look, okay, which is the related and close to your research. So bear in mind, so a lot of papers nowadays, so make sure you try to identify which is the most related. Sometimes the title is very catchy, it look like my research, but you need to read, go through, have a speed reading, okay, not read one papers 1 week. Okay, please, like my supervisor said, 1 week you need to at least read 20 to 30 papers. Okay, they need to have a technique how to read the papers. Okay, you go to abstract, you go to the literature review, the findings and the conclusion. Okay, take the importance. Okay, not read line by line. Okay, they have a technique how to read fast and grab the important findings. Okay, collect data also by the papers. Okay, you need to spend some more time, some of the times, but make sure you do it correctly. Not one paper 1 week. You balik 1 page 1 day. No, okay? All right, 1 day, for example, 3 papers, 4 papers, analysis, highlight, you need to make tables. What is the ideas, what the findings, what is conclusion, okay? What the gap that they try to solve, okay? Meta-analysis, this is quantitative numbers, okay, from the surveys, okay, finding from the surveys, okay, you call meta-analysis, okay? And also, lastly, you use a research agenda mapping. You map that area which require further investigation. Okay, so this is the ideas. Okay, the how to figure out the gap of studies. Okay, all right. Okay. This is brown green. They have a method to worksheet. What is your research areas? What the theme, your keywords, okay? And then list the gaps and make a justification. Either is relevant, what is new innovation, and what the impact to your research. So this is they try to make your literature review more connecting to the whole of your thesis. Okay. All right. I make one example. This is based my experience. Okay. My research studies. Okay. My PhD research studies. Okay. This is for sharing. Okay. Sharing purposes. Okay. I'm studying just 20 years, I can say, about structural integrity of aluminum foam carbon fiber sandwich panel for application for plain body or for the crash studies. Okay, so the key themes I need to use aluminum foams, okay, carbon fibers, okay, sandwich panels. So I need to highlight the low and high impact. So for example, for my research in mechanicals and materials engineering. Okay, so I need to identify the gaps. Okay, if I'm using aluminum foam, so how the energy dissipate, okay, as compared to solid aluminum. I'm using the foam. This foam is from Japan, and also the carbon fibers at that time. Okay, so need to traveling to them and communicate at that time, communicate by phone, okay, and email, okay, to get sampling to order from overseas. Okay, what is the appropriate thickness? So foam have several thickness. Okay, is it the thicker the better, the thinner the better? So this is my gap. Okay, for need to optimize the structural integrity of this material. And then I'm using also the carbon fiber. Is it the carbon fibers give a strong resistance for the higher impact profile? So I need to identify the gap based on my research findings. Okay, research areas. I want to have strong material for sustain the high impact. Okay, at this time for this plain body, so we would like to see the bird strike ataupun hailstone, okay, which this will create a very important in the aircraft system at that time. Okay. Okay, and I need to find the justification relevance. Okay, this is the other type of example. This is my student. Okay, nowadays, terlari, tak apa. Nowadays, I'm studying about the material for medical application. Okay, so okay. So one of my students, they try to find the alternative wound material based on natural resources. Okay, wound material ni untuk luka lah, healing luka for diabetic ulcer patient. Okay, so we like to track the gelatin from fish. Okay, and using chitosan. This is a material. Okay, and why give impact? So now I think you are notice about SDG, right? So you need to relate also your study with SDG, align with the goal. They have how many SDG nowadays? 14? Wait, SDG goals we do have. This is United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. They have 17 goals. Okay, poverty. They have zero hunger, good health. So please, you need to state with your hypothesis or your aim to the current trend, SDG. Okay, Sustainable Development Goal, quality of education, clean water, sanitation. Okay, all right, clean energy. Reduce inequalities, inducing the innovation and infrastructures. Okay, there are the 70s, climate action. So please, because of your research must be relevant to current situation. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, this is the gap of identification, and for chapter 2, okay, table of content. So for me, for my student, before they place their literature review, I ask them for develop their table of content. Okay, so you need to list, you need to get an idea what you want to write based on table of content. So this is my I'm using my experience before for my topic, PhD topic, structural integrity. So I'm list down about 60 pages of the literature reviews. Okay, so starting with the from narrow down, okay, from the broad, what is in the structures, what is the skin material, what is the fiber, the core material, what is the metallic. So it will be from broad to the narrow. Properties. Okay, this is I'm showing. This is my areas. So it's depend on your topic, on your discipline, and the style of your supervisors. So you need to very close with your supervisors to propose to him. Is it my table of content for chapter 2 is okay? Is it relevant? Is it sufficient enough? Is it in line with towards to the end of your studies? Okay, all right. Okay, mine is I'm doing my PhD about 4 years, so this take 1 year for me to identify the literature review, and my literature review is still finalized. Some amendment I've been done after finish chapter 5. I need to go back to chapter 2 to make the coordination with the finding is relevance. Okay, mula-mula you draft, okay, you what you want, but towards to the end, sometimes they have amendment or new arrangement, so you need to go back to chapter 2 to make some changes. Okay, all right. So this is mine. Okay, so tak nampak. This is my student recently, Dr. Saiful. Okay, he did 3D printing for biomedical application as well. Buena. I will share the site soon. Okay, so go for chapter 2. So he go for biomedical application. I think he did up to 50. What is the material he used? Hydroxyapatite. So he extract from fish bones. Okay, and then he did some analysis on biomedical, and then combine with some polymeric material 3D printing, and make testing on that to complete of all his experimental work from A to Z. Okay, it takes 3.5 years, and he will graduated this coming December. Okay, and also he need to go back to the chapter 2 after finish his finding, and to make amendment to align with chapter 4 finding as well. Okay, all right. So this is an idea. So this is a PhD student. Okay, I didn't show the master student here. Okay, so the master student also I encourage to have about 35 to 40 pages of literature review, and your depth is not like a PhD student, so maybe up to applications. Okay, maybe you have 1 or 2, 3 parameters, okay, to highlight in your studies. Okay, and normally you can graduate in between 2 years of your studies for master's research. Okay, all right. Any question up to now? So table of content is very important. Okay, especially for chapter 2s. Okay, you need to lay out the idea. What is the to write from the broad ideas until final. Okay, what you want to do, what you want to solve. Alright, alright. Boleh ni? Mana anak saya ni? Are you okay?
Okay, Doktor.
Okay.
Is it so
Doktor can't hear you.
Prof, termute tu. Kena unmute.
Doktor, tak dengar.
Prof, suara tak terdengar Prof sebab you
Prof, unmute.
unmute.
Mute tu. Prof mute tu. Kena unmute. Itulah tak nampak pula Prof ni. Sekejap ya.
Ada, I'm back.
Okay. Okay
Saya
bro.
keluar masuk. Sorry ya, saya nak pasang.
Tak semalam
Okay,
pun
I'm
kita guna hotspot kita sendiri pun macam tu bro.
Oh ya, Allah
Kita tak
Akbar.
tahu kenapa hotspot kita yang bukan intention pun jadi macam tu juga. Tapi bila kat luar okey je.
Kenapa? Kena pergi keluar kat mana lagi ni?
Okay bro Okay.
Okay, alright. Lagging tak? So saya continue balik. So sorry ya.
Prof, tak dengar, Prof.
Challenges. Tak dengar.
Putus-putus, Prof.
Hello. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Putus-putus. Dengar lagi tak?
Dia putus-putus, lag.
Lag lagi. Okay tak?
Setakat ni okey lah.
Okay
Nampak macam okey pula Prof.
Yeah. Oh.
Prof, boleh try off video je. Cuba dulu. Kadang-kadang off video
Tak nak
okey.
muka Tak nak muka Tak nak muka. Okay, saya off video. Okay. Sekejap, saya pergi balik. Mana saya punya slide ni? Inilah, okay. Okay, boleh. Okay, dengar?
Okey, dengar.
Prof?
Okay, better.
Okay, better bro.
Okay, tak nak tengok muka apa. Alright. Okay, we continue. Okay. 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 Alright. We go for systematic literature review, SLR, idea narrative review, meta analysis or meta synthesis. Okay. Okay. Narrative review. Apa dia narrative review? What is the meta synthesis? What is meta analysis? Alright. Tahu tak ni? Have you know about this? Number one. Number two. Have you noticed about these things?
No, doctor.
No, doctor. Okay, let's we go what they said about narrative review. Okay, I love to have this one, make a comparison, better understanding. So I'm highlighting, okay, narrative ni without statistical method, that a very conventional one, okay. You based on the compiling of the previous finding, previous papers, okay, with no numbers, with using without any statistical method, While meta analysis have statistical technique, combines multiple scientific studies, pattern relationships, okay, have a values, And then meanwhile meta synthesis is qualitative, okay. Normally it integrates the finding with multiple qualitative studies. Okay, this is the difference between three of them. Okay, so make it more easier for you to understand the narrative. No statistical method, but meta with numbers. Okay, with like a surveys. Okay, and the qualitative like interviews. Okay, and etc. I will show the detail on it, each of them. Okay, and objective normally you summarizing the literature. Of course, you need to identify the gaps and establish your new proposal, your new aim or your new objective. Okay. Meanwhile, for meta-analysis, you have quantitative, kira numbers, okay, finding multiple studies, okay, to find the trend. Okay, and meanwhile the qualitative ni finding the conceptual framework theories, try to understanding the phenomena. Okay. Alright, so ni I try to grab from internet, so to make it easy to understand what is the difference between the SR, systematic review, and the meta-analysis. Comprehensive summary of existing studies, okay, from the previous database, okay, synthesize the finding, qualitative data only, have overview, and also you make a structure protocol of study selection. Meanwhile, for meta-analysis, statistical. Ada statistical, you have effect, ada estimate, ada melibatkan values and numbers. Okay, ada statistical analysis. Dia ada guna data-data yang untuk support dia punya current punya objective. Okay. Alright. Okay. And meanwhile, qualitative research, okay, you have like surveys, okay, like you become researchers, okay, and you need to do studies like a human perspective experience, so you come up with a surveys, okay, non-numerical data, okay. Ni dia panggil kualitatif lah, kualitatif, quantitative numbers lah, Okay, tengok behavior of the nowadays about the mental health. Okay, banyak if you can see of the government now aware about the mental health of the after post-COVID. So they do a survey. So normally this is qualitative lah to figure out the effect of after post-COVID with the pattern of mental health of the Malaysia citizens. This is current issues lah yang ramai bila saya tengok research, many of them are try to explore post-COVID data on the mental health. Okay. Okay, and also this one of the example. Banyak lagi example, depends kalau qualitative studies also can done in the school. So the behavior of the students, okay, towards to the without PMR examination. So about how the findings, okay, also they use a survey, they use interview, okay. This is qualitative. So saya rasa this normally for social science ada guna, dan maybe some of the engineering student also or science also use the qualitative data as well. Okay, if you have a multidisciplinary across between engineering and non-engineering for your research. Okay, alright. Okay, inilah kualitatif. So interview, ada focus group, ethnographic research, tengok keadaan depends on the country regions. Okay, like in European and ASEAN, the demographic influence to certain studies. Okay, and this is a qualitative research method. Okay. Okay. Alright. So the purpose of research must have advantages and also some of the limitation. So for the narrative, you get a very broad range, banyak. So a lot of you need to compile a lot of set of the previous work. Okay. For previous data, okay. So meanwhile, meta-analysis, stringent, very inclusive to quantitative study synthesis. Meanwhile, for the meta-synthesis, you need to add a thema and concept relevant to your research, okay. So there is, of course, three method. You have advantage and limitation. So in the assignment, I would like you to highlight nanti what is your type of your approach, either narrative ataupun meta-analysis ataupun meta-synthesis, or some of you maybe ada combination narrative and meta and narrative and meta-synthesis, or meta-analysis and meta-synthesis. Let me know, okay? I would like to know. It's very interesting because of the each of you have developed your own objective and have own approach to get the very significant findings, okay, to your research. Okay, doing research, 3 years research, for masters 2 years, PhD 3 years or more. Okay, you are thinking and to make your finding relevant with the current scenarios. That's why if you're the challenge of nowadays, people are over the world and we are not the only one who do this experiment or do the research. The others as well do the same. So the thing is, who publish first, we become their work first. Okay, so that's why when you figure out the findings, please write your papers, your journal, okay, and try to publish as soon as possible. Make sure this belong to you, because if you do the research and the others people do as well and they publish first, you need to make some amendment, you need to add some more parameters before you publish your work. So this is a very quite stressful situation, but still you need to manage. So there's a lot of ways, okay, to make your findings published. Okay. All right. Advantages when you use narrative review, you have broad ideas, you can identify gaps, provide context to the new research. Okay. So me myself experience, I'm using the first method. I'm using this method. All right. If you use meta-analysis, so what advantages? You have a higher level of evidence, increase statistical powers, okay, can identify pattern, okay, the pattern. So you can predict the pattern, okay, by compiling, you can predict if using this parameter, what will be happen, okay. And for meta-synthesis, you have a very deeper, very specific understanding, okay. You have a very specific data set, okay, theories and model, and capture the qualitative data, okay. So anyhow, instead of advantages, you also have a limitation. Of course, you have a limitation. For this first one, too many references also confuse which one is most related to your study areas, okay. Okay, lack of statistical rigor and maybe exhaustive. Penat lah kan nak saring, nak tapis, nak figure out them memang close to your research areas, okay. Meanwhile, for meta-analysis can be affected by publication bias, okay. You're comparing group A, group B findings, so maybe ada bias, so requires a large number of studies, okay, data set, and sometimes have heterogeneity among studies, okay. It can be complicated, the analysis. Meanwhile, for the meta and synthesis, subject to the researcher interpretation and bias, and also time consuming and labor intensive lah. You kena buat surveys, you kena buat interviews, okay, and need to find the appropriate person, okay, related person, okay, which is fit the purpose of your studies, okay. All right. So hopefully you can get an idea what is narrative review, and now you can can suit to your study now, where you which group you are in. Either you're in a narrative review or meta-analysis or meta-synthesis. So this is the fundamental of in the literature review. Okay, boleh ni? Tak lag boleh? Boleh Prof. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, now we go to next subchapter. Okay, theories in research. So you need to have theory to have a fundamental concept. Okay, so this is next subchapter. Okay, theories in research. So you need to have fundamental. You need to have concept. Okay, the basic concept is underlaying of your studies, your foundation of your studies. And the most important thing, you need to have motivation. Okay, when I'm presenting my work, the first slide I will show my motivation. What is your motivation? What you want to solve? Okay. Based on that, kita boleh lay out one by one the solution to solve the problem. Okay, so you need to have a motivation. What is the significance of your study? What is the innovation of your studies? Okay, what is your improvement? Okay, based on the fundamental concept, and also you need to simplify the complex phenomenon and guide the research helping interpret the finding effectively. Okay, so in this theory in research, and you need to have a framework to predicting outcome. Of course, a very long journey doing research, okay, from day 1, day 2, so you need to have a clearly view, okay, what you want to do, what is your aim, okay, and your prediction. You need to have a prediction. And you need to have an option A, B, C. If not go to A, you can go to B, and not to go B, you need to go to C option. Okay, so there are a lot of option you need to list out. Okay, don't have one option. Nanti you will be stuck and you'll be frustrated and you'll be delaying your research. So please, you need to have alternative. If I can't get this, what way I can get? What else? Okay, so you need to keep thinking to have an solution for each of your aim, your punya outcome. Okay, predicting your punya outcome. Okay, alright. Because it's doing research like a roller coaster. Okay, sometimes you have a very good data set, but the other terms, the other months you have what you want didn't get what you try to design. So please, yes, this is it's used to be happen, but please, everything have a solution. Okay, need to have a rest a bit and then back look and try to figure out one by one. Find your supervisor or the colleague and the expert, okay, assist you to back on track. Okay, all right. Okay, because if I talk about the research ni, a lot of 1001 stories. Okay, some of the students are very lucky. All they have a framework, just fill in the blank. Some of the students have none. Didn't get zero ideas about it. You need to start from scratch. Okay, so but for me, take everything positively. So for sure, if you have we call resilient. Okay, resilient. Okay. Try to take it like a challenge. So the hardest part will become smoother, and towards the end you can finally successfully graduated. Okay, with a flying colors. Okay. Alright, okay. Type of theory in research. Okay, you have exploratory. Okay. Explore, base of explore. Descriptive is normally numbers. Quantitative, explaining normally quantitative. Okay, as well. Okay, so explore, a study, find new site, useful clarification, understanding the problem, qualitative problem. Okay, approach, descriptive normally numbers, and also explanatory. So this is type of theory. Dia ada 3 lah. 3 type of theory in research. Okay, and make things easier. What is different between explore and explain? Explore, problem unclear. Okay, problem is not clear. Try to explore. So how to explore? Find a question. So this is clue as well. If you try to list what, how, why this happened, for sure you can find out the answers. Okay, if you try to find a question. Okay, so normally exploratory theory or research ni, they use interviews and observation, while explanatory, you have a problem. Well, problem is very clear, but you need to explain to find answer. So normally you go for experimental and statistical analysis. Okay, so explore, didn't know anything, unclear, blur, vague. Okay, try to explore to find the question. But explanatory, you already knows the problem statement is clear, but you need to explain why it happened, why this trend is increasing. Okay, you need to find answers and how the tools by experimental work and statistic. Okay, all right. Okay. For exploratory research, so the problem is unclear. You need to they have a called primary research and secondary research. So primary research, normally you use surveys, okay, interview. You have focus group by observation as well. While for secondary research, you can do online research, literature research, case study. Okay, this is secondary data. Okay. This is primary data originally created by you, okay, as you try to explore the research. Okay, both can, all right, as long as you get the finding that related to your research work. Okay, all right. So this is a connection between exploratory, descriptive, relational, explain. Okay, they are linked with each other. Okay, you didn't know the answer for some situation. You will explore the data. You have very little unknown about the case study. Alright, so how to help you? You can use descriptive. Okay, you can use surveys. Okay, and make a relation between them, and then you can explain. Okay, the findings. Okay, this is a relationship between exploratory and explanatory. Okay, all right. Okay. According to this guy Wecker, theories must fulfill 4 essential criteria. Okay, in the literature review, you need to define concept clearly. Concept must be crystal clear. Okay, and you need the know the constriction of domain. Okay, and then you need to establishing the new relationship, and of course you need to be prediction. We have a prediction, the new scientific relationship. Okay, this is very essential criteria. Okay. All right. Also, why the theory is crucial? Okay, because this is they lay out the several of the reason. Okay, because you need to provide a logical explanation. Okay, kena logic explanation, and have a guide. Research question. 8 data interpretation and analysis. Explain phenomena of interest, classify findings and streamline the studies, and make to ensure related and understood. Okay, is very important. Okay, you need to have very linkages of the between subject. Also need to very have a good flow and good storytelling. Okay, between them. Jangan ada jump here, jump there. Okay, we can figure out. Okay. That's why if using, this is very important. If you ask ChatGPT doing for you, it will be hassle. Okay, we can detect right now. So, and bear in mind in this chapter is the tendency to have higher similarity index. Okay, if you try to extract the previous finding, need to rephrase, need to have in-text citation correctly to avoid highest plagiarism. Okay, so in UTHM, you need to have less than 30%. Okay, whole thesis less than 30%. Okay, please make sure, bear in mind. So the smallest the values, the better. Okay. Okay, so kalau student saya kalau boleh less than 20, belas-belas okay, jangan 28-29%. So okay, it's very for me it's very crucial. Okay, so please this is very important. Most of the similarity index they detect in chapter 2 because you try to extract the data from previous data, and then please cite them properly. And my technique is if a lot of numbers, I try to make a table, make a figure based on the text, okay, to avoid the copying 100% their from the previous work done from the other researchers. Okay. There are several reasons why theory crucial. This is continue, need to align dengan you punya research, must be aligned with your research studies. Okay. And establish your scientific credibility. You need to shape in qualitative research choice and decision. Applies ontological. I think Prof. Hainizam already talk about ontological, epistemological ni kan? Okay, consideration. Help understand phenomena like terrorism in international relations, for example. Increase scientific understanding and provide a framework for analysis and interpretation. So this several reasons why theory is very crucial, okay, in your studies. Okay, boleh ni? Penat dah ke? Oh, sejam setengah sampai pukul 12. Are you okay?
Okay, Doktor.
Okay, alright. Okay, so and then the conceptual framework point 2.5 ini ada terbagi kepada Bessel, Miles and Huberman 1994. Lama ni. Have established three types of research framework. One is theoretical, concept and methodological. What does it mean by theoretical? What does it mean by conceptual? And the last one is theoretical framework. Okay, we try to have a look the what is the theoretical, what is concept, and the methodological. Okay. Alright, so this theoretical framework, so you need to state the theory aspect from your study. Okay. This the idea about theoretical framework, give direction to research, convey the how to interpret the data, provide focus, okay, expose, connect the past studies, existing studies, okay, identify the strengthening weakness of theory collection, okay, of the previous data. Okay, in the literature review, you need to have critical review. Okay, critical review as well. This is very good literature review if you can criticize the previous findings. Okay, for example, for two or three references that this, for example, okay, because I'm in materials engineering, I'm talk about the materials example. The strength of titanium, okay, when doped with the carbon, for example, will be increased, okay, but you need to find out with the critical review you against with the findings that if adding by several volume of carbon will decrease, okay, the performance of titanium. It is believed that by adding by more carbon composition will be reduce the properties of the overall titanium properties. So this is a critical review. You need to counter the previous findings in order to enhance, to highlight your objective of your studies. Okay, so this is very good, but also it's very not easy to have a critical review. So but if you have managed to do and to write up in your chapter 2, it's very good. Okay, right. Okay, while function of conceptual, the justify the research problem, ini conceptual lah, tadi theoretical. So the conceptual, you have to identify the research problem, define research concept, establish theoretical, select appropriate method, interpret result, and relative to the theory. This concept very straightforward lah, conceptual. Identify the research problem and related to the your work done. Okay. Alright. Meanwhile, this is the difference between the conceptual and theoretical. Kalau theoretical ni, you build on the existing theories. You based on the existing theories. Okay, existing theories. Okay. Right, explain the research problem analysis, problem foundation, okay, and meanwhile the conceptual ni built from the research on understanding, okay. Explain how variables are related in the study, draw the theory, literature, and experience. So this is the perbezaan, the difference between theoretical and conceptual. So ada model motivation, it based on the literature's punya own findings lah. Okay, so me again myself, I'm using this one theoretical framework. Okay, alright. Because I'm using narrative studies. Okay, so I'm following this theoretical framework in order to develop my chapter 2, and also I'm encourage my student as well to do this kind of route to develop their comprehensive, precise chapter 2. Okay, literature review. Okay, and while methodological framework ni structure, okay, principle, guide research purposes, okay, ada plan of your study lah, organize in systematic manner. So ini example lah. So methodological concept, literature, you find out the problem, you have a survey, you have an analysis for SPSS, is a quantitative studies, okay. You have interview, this like a qualitative, it's like multidisciplinaries, okay. They have analysis, and then they also go for validate with the panel interview, and they have a framework finalization. So this is step of the methodological, so they have step by step. Okay, and as I can see, this methodological, they have combination of qualitative and quantitative. So this is a multidisciplinary data findings. Okay, all right. So, okay, all right. Okay. When we go more to the hypothesis, okay, hypothesis is very important. Ramai guna hypothesis tak in your studies? Have you using hypothesis in your studies? The prediction. Hypothesis is assumption. What you assume. By using this, what you will
Doctor.
Are you using your hypothesis in your studies?
No, Professor.
No. Okay. Yeah, you in which faculty?
Mechanical.
Mechanical
use-
faculty. Okay. You use. Some of you use, some of you not. Okay, for me, my experience, myself, I'm using hypothesis, but my student, different method, I'm not using the hypothesis, but I'm showing you the example if you have hypothesis in your research, okay? Your assumption or ideas proposed by, when you use testing in your research, it represent a clear, testable statement, okay? Predicting, this is a prediction, okay? Prediction, what will happen if this, if you approach this kind of parameters. Okay, okay, all right. Why hypothesis is very good? Enabling observation and experimental work, provide a starting point for investigation, provide an ideas. Okay, all right. Also verifying your observation, guiding the inquiries effectively. This is the beauty of hypothesis. The beauty of hypothesis. Right. So what a good research hypothesis is very significant. Okay. It will give you clear, very specific finding. Okay. All right. Can be testable, have empirical data. Of course, must be related to your existing knowledge. Must be logic and consistent, and have empirical grounded, okay, have a data set and relevant and significant. So a good research hypothesis. Okay. All right. This is I'm also showing to you how to write research hypothesis. Saya tunjukkan kamu, okay. To develop a hypothesis throughout the literature review involves several key steps. Ada key step in order to assist you. Okay. So they have 5 steps, okay, steps, okay. Start with a comprehensive literature review, of course. Before have hypothesis, you need to have a excuse me, comprehensive literature research. Identify key themes and research question. Refine research question and develop working hypothesis. And also revise, refine the hypothesis, okay? This is how to write research hypothesis, okay, through literature review, okay? Sorry saya. Okay. Okay, daripada comprehensive literature review, you need to identify the key themes, the important themes to be highlighted and research question. Do you have research question in your studies? I think some of you have, some of you not have it. Okay, I'm showing this for as a guide. Okay, as a guide, because it's help you to align you to achieve ultimately your goal. Okay. Okay. And the first thing, start with a comprehensive literature review. You need to formulate the hypothesis by conducting the very thorough literature review using academic database and search engine is very essential. And then you need to have a primary and secondary sources as well, okay, to develop the hypothesis. Okay, of course, identify the key themes. Okay, this is identification of the key themes. Okay, related a lot of literature reviews. Okay, you need to find the related key themes of your studies. Alright, this means putting together to find any gap of inconsistency that hypothesis could be help to explain. Okay, alright. And then refine the research question. You need to refine the research question related to your studies. Okay, make sure this is very important. Your aim must be clear, specific, measurable, and directly related to the research objective. Okay. And number 4, develop working hypothesis, clarified research question. Okay, this is example. I want to show my hypothesis. Okay. To get an idea, and of course you need to revise and refine your hypothesis, your prediction. Okay, easy to say your prediction. What will happen if I try to this method? What will be happen if I'm using this parameter? What will be happen if I put the 100 Newton load to the structure? How is it the design will be have a good sustainability in the other weather condition? So this is an example. Okay, so you asking the question. Okay, the possibilities. Okay, what is possibilities and the prediction towards to your studies. Okay. So this is example is from my studies, okay, before because I'm telling you I'm using the composite panel, okay, and I come up with research question first. I asking, okay, my supervisor is very strict. You need to have a research question to align to your studies, okay. I'm playing with thickness of the sample material, so I'm asking what is the influence of the thickness parameter on the strength of the my panel, okay, and I'm also need to answer, okay. Normally the strength of the monolithic material is increased with thickness, so the total thickness must have influence to the strength of the panel. The thicker the panel, the higher strength. This is my prediction, okay. And then I'm using the dynamic load and static load to the system. So is the effect the dynamic load which is most gives significant effect to my panel. Okay, is it the degree of failure of both loading will be different? Okay, so this is research question. You need to come up with research question. What will happen if this parameter? What will be happen if I'm changing? What will happen is I add with the values of this, of that. Okay, so you need to keep thinking. You need to have a prediction. Okay, the research question. Okay, and when you have a research question, you have the hypothesis. Okay, this is the series of hypotheses. Okay, that I try to lay out. I have several, but I try to cut down. Okay, so this is guideline. So research hypothesis. So I said that must be have relation between the mechanical properties of the aluminum foam, okay, with the compression testing. The denser the foam experience the densification. This is my hypothesis. Okay, the contact area, the testing will impact have a deformation mechanism. If the depth indentation have the more energy tearing the cell wall of my sample, and the composite skin carbon fiber is very good. Have the different orientation. They have different width. Okay, will retard the propagation of the impact failure. This is my hypothesis before I run the experimental work. Okay. So depends on your supervisors. Okay, some of the supervisor would like to highlight in your thesis. Okay, some of the supervisor said it's okay. It's like you need to keep this one for I don't need to highlight in your thesis. Depends. Okay, okay. For me, this last time, this based on my supervisor, they asked me to put in the thesis on my thesis. Okay. But my student, I'm using the UTHM style, and this is you can have it, but not including in your thesis. Okay, this is a prediction that you need to list. Okay, what will happen if I'm using this combination? If I'm using the method, if I'm using the coding for the computer science. Okay. For the parameters, okay, physics students, biology students, okay, electrical student, okay, a lot of parameters, okay, that you need to link with your towards ultimate, for me, say ultimate goal or ultimate findings, okay, based on your condition, okay, okay, all right. Okay, I'm back to the literature review. This is okay, masukkan pula the table. Okay, this is from my student master's thesis. Okay, so dalam in your chapter 2 you need to have tables. Okay, so this is one that's a very good table. Okay, you have she's doing a composite, so compiling the authors from several authors. Okay, so they have tried to extract the system that been using. Okay, the system and what is the fabrication technique and the findings. This is very good. Okay, the findings is about this. I think this is a mechanical finding, mechanical strength, and also the author. So this is a compilation. So this is will reduce the similarity index. Okay, because you're compiling all in the tables. Okay, but actually you also need to have text to comparing between them, okay, before you try to highlight your parameter, your method, okay, based on the previous data findings. Okay, all right, okay, okay. So this is AI assisted literature review. Okay, you want to continue or stop until here? We'll continue this afternoon. Is it okay? 2 hours already we are in the class? Or you want to straight and no afternoon class?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I really love the honest answer from the student. Okay. So we straight finish this morning, and afternoon I give the apa ni assignment boleh terus? Boleh? Kita habiskan pagi ni boleh?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Boleh,
Okay.
boleh, bro.
Alright. Boleh, memang boleh. Okay. Okay. Okay, Dr. Adila, saya habiskan pagi ni boleh, Dr. Adila?
Boleh.
Boleh, petang saya bagi assignment ya. Sebab ni lah,
Okay.
lagging dan sebagainya ni pun hujan dah turun ni, saya risau.
Betul-betul.
Itulah
Okay,
saya
Prof.
cuba.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Adila. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm continuing. There is 40 slides to go, so we try to complete this morning session. So afternoon session, I leave it to your assignment. Okay. And I ask you to submit by Sunday. Boleh I hope you will submit before you go for the next module 3. It's much more better because module 3 also they do have the assignment as well. Okay, kita selesaikanlah before you start for the next module. Okay, AI assisted literature review writing. Okay, AI. Okay, I mean, mine is a very traditional method. Okay, so I try to understand about AI assisted. So sebabnya this is very nowadays current scenario to assist. I like to use term assist, bantu, not help, bantu, not ask them to do it for you. Ni hanyalah assist you, bantu for get as many as related literature to your areas. Okay. Okay, traditional method, during my time, 100 papers, 200 papers, I need to screen by myself. Okay, it's a different story, different years, different eras. Okay, nowadays, they want to shorten the time, okay, make time more efficient, okay, get the data fastest, okay. Alright, so AI assisted in your literature review writing. Okay, however, artificial intelligence revolutionizing, making it faster, comprehensive. Okay, no longer spend endless hours. Okay, but still, okay, need to have a technique, need to have a proper, need to have ethics. Okay, in using AI, please. Okay, alright. Because we can detect either you use handfully, ask them to work for you, or you ask them for assisting you. Okay, all right. So benefit, there are a lot of benefit. Of course, time efficiency, comprehensive insight, eliminating bias. Okay, faster research question. Okay, consistency. So this is a lot of benefit. Okay, this is from our research methodology book lah. Saya ambil dia punya benefit of using AI tools. Okay. Okay. Step to write a literature review with AI. So the first thing first, you need to identify the correct tools, AI tools yang mana you guna, and find relevant research paper. Okay. And then analysis the research result, organize collection, okay, and then write your literature review. Because a lot heaps of literature papers out there, try to figure out the closest to your area. You need to not reading the title, only try to read the content. Sometimes the title related to you, but while you read the content, is totally out of league. Okay, different with your interest. So that's why you need to have keywords using tool, lay out the keywords that which is the most close to your areas. Okay, to your research studies. Okay. Alright, this is one of the tools, ScienceSpace. Honestly, this is for me. I'm using none of them. Okay, but this is available. Okay, I will telling you that you can use this. Use ScienceSpace AI research assistant. Is like a toolkit. Have a lot of papers, million papers. Banyak ni papers, a lot of papers. It simplify the discovery research articles, so it can refine your what is you want to find related to your studies. Okay, and it's very good. Okay, to extract essential information. Okay, and you have engaged directly with individual papers. Okay, I'm not so sure. I think normally all the AI tools you need to subscribe, right? Is it for free? Any of you using this one, ScienceSpace?
I was using Doctor, but limited.
Limited. Is it free or you need to pay for that? Or they have a premium?
No, it's like free for few times and after that you need to pay.
Oh, free for few times for
Yeah,
trial.
after you, it's not like ChatGPT. You still can use the basic, but this one no. After using like 2 or 3 times, then you can't use anymore.
Okay. So have you get an idea how much you need to pay? Is it bi-yearly or bi-monthly?
I think monthly around 20 USD.
20
Around.
USD. Okay. But if you feel this help you a lot, why not, right? But if monthly $20 about 80 ringgit per month is quite quite expensive. But yet, if it give you a lot of benefit, why not? Okay, to assist you. So if you can use the free version of them, but I think if using free, but some of them are very limited, right?
Yes, Doctor. It's actually very good. But
Yeah.
very limited.
Very limited. Okay. All right. Thank you for your feedback. So some of your friends using Design Space. So maybe you can mingling around to us who have experience using this kind of tools. Okay. This one of them, Science Space. This is the web page I try to go through. I try to make a research. Okay. Oh, it's so much more easier. Okay. Just type your keywords and they can a lot of papers related to your work will be appear and to help assist you. Okay, Science Space. This is the interface that I try to show it to you. Okay, so this is maybe you can get an idea. Science Space. Okay. Number 2 is Rabbit, Research Rabbit. Lot. When I googling and try to have a look. Oh, heaps of tools for the research review. One of them is Research Rabbit. Any of you use Research Rabbit? No. Research Rabbit is of course design tools, exploration, interconnect papers through visual graph interface. Okay, and the interface of Research Rabbit, saya tengok it's a good as well. You need, of course, to set up. I'm not so sure is it for free or of course, or you need to pay for premium access. So a lot of universities, renowned university use this Research Rabbit. So Berkeley, Harvard, Zurich, ETH, okay, Peking, TUM, Munich, and Oxford. Using this, keep your literature search quick, easy, and organized, and dive down the rabbit hole of discoveries. Very interesting. So these are some of the tools that you can use as well. Research Rabbit. Okay, boleh tengok lah. So bila buat research ni kan, a lot of times so you can explore, okay, which is the suitable to you, the tools that you can use for your to assist. Saya suka berkenaan. I like to emphasize the assist, okay, you to develop your literature review. Okay, next, Iris AI. Have a few using Iris? Tak ada. No. Iris specialized sama juga. This is one of the AI tools for literature review, intelligent filters. Okay. Your sign assistant, so you can Google again. So the interface, okay, connect, orchestrate, evaluate, and deploy. Okay, single platform. This is I'm not so sure. Again, you can use free. They have a demo. You can request a demo. Okay, you can have a look how it can help you. Okay, to assist your writing. Okay. Alright, and then we do have the most famous ChatGPT. Okay, chat box. Okay, this is I think most of you are using this. Even my son. Okay, okay, even 14 years old. Okay, ChatGPT. Don't want to think. Need to do faster. Okay, this and I tried to telling him this is can guide you, but you cannot rely 100% on it. If you want to get an idea, yes, but further you need to go by one, okay, to have a look in details, not rely 100%. Okay, right. Okay, this interface. I think they're all well known with ChatGPT. Okay, and also I think they have also premium. You need to purchase. Also, you can use freely. but for several times as well. You need to register. Okay. All right. This well known. Okay, ChatGPT. This is very we are very inferior with the ChatGPT, especially for assignment for the student. Okay. For us is very quite sad if the student rely 100% on it. Okay. Need us the machine done work for you, so it will come, the output is not genuine. You would like to have your idea, okay, originally idea, and this assist you, bantu saja, okay, bantu, not 100%, please, okay, please. I believe your supervisors can detect if the student use 100% rely on all these tools, okay. For assistant, yes, okay, please bear in mind, it's very, very, very important, okay. All right. And the other is academic helps. Okay, banyak ya. It's a lot, heaps of the tools, academic helps. Okay. This is rapid evolution, how to manage extensive amount of information. Sorry. Sorry. Batuk. Okay, this is advanced technology. Again, give you a lot of scholarly articles, books, and sources. Okay. All right. Give you extensive reading and meticulous research. Okay. Anybody of you using academic helps? Tak pernah dengar ke? Okay.
Never about it. Okay.
Never hear about it. Okay, this is the interface, so maybe you can have a look. Okay, I think they have a. I like to see that you can get the free access. Okay, so try to have a look, try to explore. It can assist you to make your writing better. Okay, you have a project checker, AI detector, AI safe. Helping students from top universities. So this university, I think, using this academic help to assist their work, research work. Okay. Okay, you may try. Okay, to enhance your writing. Okay. Okay, and also Jenny AI, bukan Jenny Blackpink lah. Jenny AI tools. Okay. Generative talent also is a top-notch literature reviews, boosting your research, and then a bit writer's block. Welcome a smooth, efficient process with literature review creation. Never heard about this? Well, Jenny?
You heard about it but never used it. Professor.
Heard about it, never used. Okay, Jenny. So this is interface. Okay, start writing. Meet your intelligent research assistant. So see again, they also use the assistant. Okay, assist you, bantu. In bahasa Melayu, bantu. Not buatkan untuk kamu. Okay, okay, just assist you. Okay, to help you read, write, and organize research with ease. Okay, so this is also the tools. Okay, please have a look. Please have a try. Which is the most suitable to you. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is several from the ChatGPT, Sciencebase. So try to have all these AI tools. So this and try to find the best suit with your writing. Okay. And major concern, this is a major concern you can use, but also have a major concern about the quality control. For me, the very important is the ethical, okay? Ethics need to be consideration, and you need to, of course, stay updated with the tools. They upgrade the tools with new features to enhance, okay, the quality of their services, okay? Sorry. All right. Then you have AI research tool, and then you have a reference management. Okay. Normally you use Mendeley, right? Every of you using Mendeley for referencing? Kan ramai guna Mendeley, right?
Betul.
Yes, Prof. Use Mendeley.
Yes. Yeah, normally use Mendeley. During my time using Endnote 10 at that time. Now I'm not so sure. Endnote is evolved as well. Endnote or manual. I'm using manual. Okay. This is a research manageable tool to make your referencing fastest. Okay. So they have several. Okay, Zotero. Have you heard about Zotero?
No, Prof.
No, Mendeley, of course. This is the top research management tools that you use, and not I think some of the students using as well, and RefWorks. Okay, Zotero free is open sources. Mendeley, of course, you know more than me, and not commercialized referencing management tools, and RefWorks is online reference management. So we have a look. Zotero. Okay, this is Zotero, the web page. I tried to have a look. I tried to have an idea what is Zotero. So I'm again not so sure either you need to, this is free or you need to purchase for premium. But Zotero is free. Wait. Zotero is free. Easy to use tool, help you collect organize annotate site and share research. Okay. You can have a look if you want to try. Okay, Zotero. Mendeley, this is well known. Mendeley, most of you, I think everybody use this Mendeley. Okay. Endnote. Okay, this is Endnote. No, but Endnote you need to buy. But Endnote. By in 2025. Okay, some of the universities they purchase for the whole university usage, so the student use for free. So you need to do not buy personally. Depends on the university. Okay. Okay, this is the university that using this platform and not and. RefWorks, okay, the other one RefWorks also some of the student I think not familiar with us as well. Also this is one of the search engine to help you to for referencing. Okay, help you to manage your reference. Okay, all right. Okay, so you have the management reference tools. So now in referencing in your chapter 2, you have a style either using numbering or using name, right? So if you use APA style, is normally using surname of the authors. Okay, if you IEEE using the numbering, am I right? Numbering. And the last one, use a footnote. Okay, this is in-text citation. Okay. Alright, this is the difference between them. Okay, APA discipline, I think normally using by social science, humanity for MLA, Chicago history, some humanities, Harvard multidisciplinary, so the discipline, yeah, engineering or social science. So IEEE normally engineering, humanities. Okay, footnote. So this is the style. Okay, how you try to in-text citation of each of the types of the referencing. Okay, so if the APA author date Smith, for example, MLA auto page, so this is very rare. MLA, Chicago also very rare. Harvard, yes, normally we use APA, Harvard, IEEE. Okay, and numbering for IEEE lah, referencing. So this is how the way how to make a referencing based on the different type of the method. Okay, so this is comparison between them as well. Okay, for example, if APA, okay, APA, if more than 3 authors at all, ATL, okay. For Harvard, for more than 3, for more than 6 authors is numbering. Okay, this is how the comparison between them. So, what is your most preferable, APA or IEEE? Most of you?
Triple E.
IEEE numbering. APA? Ada juga guna APA? Guna nama? Guna surname? Ada guna APA?
I'm not sure what to use yet.
Alright, you okay? Sorry. What type of in-text citation that have been applied to your chapter 2? APA style or IEEE? Or Harvard? The style that you have been using now?
I haven't
in-
started yet, Professor.
Oh, you just started. So, in your mind, what you prefer? Numbering?
IEEE, I guess.
IEEE is numbering. Okay. APA is by surname of the authors. Okay. Mine, I'm using IEEE. Okay, because my supervisor says it's easy to manage. You can because it's automatic. Order place the numbering subsequently in your text. Okay. But some of the supervisor prefer APA style because they want to see clearly the author's name and yeah, it depends. It depends. Depends on your supervisor style. Okay. Some of them more towards the APA, some of them more to IEEE. Okay. You need to see the pattern or the trend your supervisor style. Okay. All right. APA style. Okay, using author surnames, date published, so they have the way how to write the referencing. Okay. So this is APA style. For example, Smith. Okay, 2020. Okay. If multiple, if you have 2 authors, okay, you have John and Lee, their surname and the year, and if more than 3, you have et al, ETL. Okay. All right. This is the way they have step by step. The style have their own referencing method to your work. Okay. So this is APA style. You can have a look. Okay. And the other one is IEEE from the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Okay. Formatting, the numbers is brackets. Okay. Towards at the end of the references. Okay. Okay. Alright. For example, guna numbering lah ya. Numbering. Okay, according to Smith, so they have a style in text citation. Number 1, direct quotation. According to Smith, to the end you need to put the numbering. If you're paraphrasing, paraphrase. Okay, for example, the statement and end of with the reference that you find out. Okay, multiple. Okay, have 2 or 3. Several studies, okay, setting multiple works as well, how they look like. So you need to, once you decide which method, which style, you need to follow accordingly. Okay, all right. Okay, this is numbering. And towards the end, you need to have a reference toward end of your thesis. You need to list a reference for APA. Need to write alphabetical for the IEEE start from number 1 until towards to the end. Okay. I try to have a look. Okay, wait for a while. I try if I have example with numbers. Okay, this is print screen. Okay. This is the style of APA. Example, yeah. Okay, this is the style of Saiful. Wait. Okay, so you need in the reference list. Okay, you need to. Sorry, I need to crop. Alphabetical. Okay, so you need to have alphabetical. Sorry. Okay, need S, more S. Okay, so very detailed using APA style, I thought. Okay, you need to have the DUI as well. Okay, nowadays this is current punya nilai. So I try to have a look if we do have IEEE. Wait, kalau ada ya, wait, try to have a look. 65. No. Oh, sorry. I didn't have the example of IEEE. Okay, but IEEE following numbering lah, 1 until 100, 300, 150 of your referencing. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, last but not least, okay, this is very serious matters, plagiarism, please bear in mind. So, okay, this is especially in literature review, okay, this issues is very serious because we see how your integrity of your cited the previous references. Okay, so because plagiarism, you use 100% the ideas, you need to rephrase. Okay, you need to citation their works properly in your chapter 2. Otherwise it's very unethical. Okay, and we use Turnitin, right, to detect the similarity index. Okay, you need to have less than 30%, please. Okay, the smallest the values, the better. 10, 20, 15 is much reasonable. If 20 and above to 30 for me is, I need ask the student to have a look again and again to reduce. Okay, all right. Because in the literature review, you need to acknowledge, give a credit to the original authors. Okay, you need to work from their work. You are find, okay, the ideas for improvement, to add the new formulas and etc. Okay, based on the findings lead to your work. Okay, it's very important to acknowledge their work. Okay, all right. Proper referencing not only honors the contribution but also strengthening the credibility of the review. Okay, The good review is you have a very, as I said, comprehensive, literature review, concise and very showing your related continuity of your work from the previous work. Okay, and of course try to avoid plagiarism. Okay, and try to know how to cite accurately the data from the previous work. Okay, all right. Okay, and this is Turnitin available in university. So please do checking less than 30%. Okay, it's more than that. We need to try to have a look back again and again to reduce these values, these numbers. So we are very lucky in UTHM. The whole thesis must be less than 30%, but some of the university, each chapter have different percentage. Is that true, Dr. Adila? Some of the university have us in literature review, they need to have less than 20%.
Yes.
Chapter.
For
Yes.
example, like Unimap. Unimap, each chapter different percentage.
Yeah. So, right, chapter 2, yeah, different percentage. So they need to run every chapter for the similarity index. So for us, is the whole thesis, okay? The whole thesis, less than 30%. Okay? Alright. Okay, alright. So come to conclusion. Okay, so bear in mind, you can use AI tools, but as assistant. Okay, and you need to have an ethicals in writing your literature review. Okay, please make sure it's relevant with the current study, and also highlight, and of course please figure out the references within 5 to 10 years, very recent. See, we want to keep updating with your objective. Okay, please, hopefully you didn't use the 1980s references, so please bear in mind using a very recent, so to make your studies relevant and fit the purpose of the current issues, and also link with the SDGs. Okay, the sustainable goal is very important. Okay. All right, so of course identify clearly your objective and have a question and have hypothesis and know your research gaps, okay, in order to write the very best of your chapter 2. Okay, I try to conclude the things. Okay, and again I bring back the assessment. Okay, so please attend to 15 relevant or current sources. So I hope within 5 to 10 years reference previous research, and I hope you do 6 to 8 pages. Boleh kan? 6 to 8 pages tak banyak kan? 6 to 8 pages. So, and let me know either you use narrative or meta-analysis or meta-synthesis. And please highlight your research gap in your studies, okay, in these 6 to 8 pages, and state the AI tools that you're using for your chapter 2s and your type of referencing management tool, or either you use APA or IEEE, okay, or etc. Okay. Okay, this one using AI tools or ChatGPT or ChatGPT Sciencebase. Okay, let me know. Okay, for those who are not doing yet, so this is the time to kick off your chapter 2. Okay, because now we are week 7, week 8. Okay, week 8 Dr. Adila.
Apa, Prof?
Now we are in week 3, week 8,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yes.
Week 8. So at least you have you already, chapter 1 is done already. Now go for chapter 2, right? Week 8. So the first, because you need to for the defense for master student in the first semester, is I'm not mistaken. For the PhD student, your proposal defense is second semester onwards. Okay, so at least this is the time. So you already start on your literature review. Okay. So okay, any objection? 6 or 8 pages, is it okay or you want more? You want to bargain with me? At the beginning, I asked you to put 10 to 12 pages, but I try to reduce because I see every module have their own. We do have assessment. This is compulsory. Okay, we would like to see your progress and your understanding of each module. Okay. Alright. So submission date. Is it okay? Submission date. Any objection here?
Yes,
Happy? Boleh tak? By Sunday, this Sunday.
Doctor, if you can extend a bit longer, is it possible?
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
Tengah
How
prepare
long
untuk graduation.
Oh, you prepare graduation. Okay, so bila? When?
I also not sure, Professor.
Okay, now tadilah the last class when tadilah?
16 December.
13 December. I don't want.
Kalau ikutkan sebenarnya kalau ikut asal kita bagi sampai 15 Januari untuk diorang hantar.
Oh, okay. Lama. Tu.
Tapi kalau ikut tapi terpulang juga pada pensyarahnya lah. Cuma by 15 Januari tu mesti saya memang dah compile semua, saya dah serah pada pensyarah kita bagi masa dalam berapa hari lah untuk marking macam tu lah.
Yeah, because in this science cluster ada about 90 student kan?
Betul lah, ramai.
Ramai, so I also need to have a time to check one by one. And hunting lagi. Yang siapa tak hantar.
Itulah.
Okay. Okay, bila? Convo graduation next
week.
Next
2 weeks. Oh yeah.
Next week.
Minggu ni minggu depan 6-7 kan.
Okay, wait for a while. Sekejapnya. Okay. So when? When? Cepat nak tulis, nak write off ni. Nak bila ni? By?
16 boleh, Prof.
16 December.
Yeah, I think we have time to complete, I think.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, should be fine, no problem.
Should be fine, okay?
Oh.
Is it okay? 16, 19. Okay, 16. Okay, I'll make it 19, okay? 19 Friday, 19 December. But for those already have the chapter 2, just submit, okay? For those already December. For those already done chapter 2, please select the best of your chapter 2. Only 6 to 8 pages only in PDF ya. Saya nak PDF. Okay, senang. Okay. Alright. PDF. Okay. Alright. Okay. So siapa yang dah siap, those who have already the chapter 2, please
Prof, tengah bercakap ke Prof? Tak dengar ni. You all dengar saya cakap tak?
Dengar.
Dengar doktor?
Oh, kira Prof Maiz lah yang hilang ni.
Ya, Prof hilang.
Okay, sekejap saya try call dia. Sekejap Dr. Maiz, Prof Maiz try to enter back this Google Meet. Sorry for the cause because the internet in UTHM, we got problem a few days.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Saya ada. Okay. Boleh dengar?
Boleh.
Okay. Okay, boleh. Okay, right. Okay, so our assignment as I shared to you tadi, so saya share balik, I share it back. Alright, so the final date it will be 19th of December. This is final, so please be responsible. We do have 90 students, ada 90 students, so I didn't want to chase. Okay, if those who not submitting by 19, so I'm assume they're not interested and directly 0% for this assessment. Okay, so please everything is majored students, postgraduate students, so this is the final date 19th of December. So those already finish earlier, you can submitting through this form. Okay, now form yang saya bagi ni lah. Okay, so any question? Ada soalan? So far no problem. Okay, so I think this is for me. Okay. So hopefully you can get some idea about literature review. Okay, and yeah, this afternoon I leave it for you for doing this assessment. Okay, the faster you do, you can submit earlier. So because you will attend for the next module next week. Okay. Since then, thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you to Associate Professor Dr. Nahadillah for assisting me towards this research methodology. Okay, and all the best for your research journey. Okay, so please submit your assessment. Okay, 20% is huge, so I would like everybody pass with this research methodology for the 6th module. Okay, take care and assalamualaikum and have a good day. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Bye.
Waalaikumsalam, Prof. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Prof.
Bye.
Waalaikumsalam, Prof.
Thank you, Prof.
Terima kasih, Prof.
Terima kasih, Prof.
Terima kasih, Prof. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof.
Thanks, Prof.
Please check the chat box. You scroll the chat box. I already give the attendance form.